Welcome back, and I thought I'd do a fun one today. Sorry for that rant from earlier, but I had to get it out of me, so thank you for bearing with me. So today I thought I'd do a good one, a ranking one this time, like I did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. This time I'm going to do the Indiana Jones franchise. Probably easily one of my favorite franchises of all time. I'd say somewhere around the top three. Probably even number one, for that matter. Because they were the first franchise I really got into. I was about 7 or 8, I think. So yeah, Indiana Jones has really stuck with me all these years. So get to it. So overall, let's see, number 4. Fortunately, I don't have the disc cover for this, and that's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now, do I hate the film? No, I don't hate it. It does fall short, though, of the first 3 films, though. But I mean, Harrison Ford still does a great job as Indiana Jones, and Harrison Ford did most of his stunts in that one. So again, Harrison Ford delivers. That's one thing consistently about all 4 films, is Indiana Jones himself delivers, and easily. One other thing I liked about the film was the warehouse opening scene. That was a great scene there. So the movie starts off really well. It has a good start. I thought the first half of Crystal Skull was pretty good. The second half, yes, there are some stuff that just don't add up. But outside of that, it's still a good film. It is my least favorite of the franchise, but I don't hate it. There. So, number 3, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Great action. Again, Harrison Ford, great. Short round, great. But my big complaint with the film is Lily Scott. Easily my least favorite female character of the franchise. Annoying, whine, complain. Ugh. Reminds me of an ex-girlfriend I used to date. You do not want to date those type. Too much drama. Just too much drama. But overall, great film. Love the minecart chase scene. Especially, yeah. When I first heard Disneyland was building a ride off the Indiana Jones, I thought it was going to be that minecart chase in Temple of Doom. But I love the attraction they have now at Disneyland just fine. So, yeah. So, easily my favorite scene. Molaron, great villain. Great villain. Totally makes sense for him to be the villain. And, yeah. I know some people complain about the stuff that makes no sense in Crystal Skull with, like, scenes that are unrealistic. This movie has the same problem as well. I mean, first off, the raft scene going off a cliff. That is almost just as questionable as driving off a cliff, basically. So, yeah. There are definitely some unrealistic things. And then a guy getting his heart ripped out and still alive. I don't get that either. Made no sense in my book. So overall, it's still a fun film. Again, Indiana Jones movies, I liked all 4 films just fine. Or amazingly love them. So yeah. Overall, this is number 3. Number 1 and 2 are very close, neck and neck. I mean, for the longest time I used to go back and forth between Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade. But for me at this point, I say number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nothing wrong with the film at all. This is a 5-star film. Absolutely love it from start to finish. Love the chemistry between Indy, Marion, and Sala. Well done. Love the opening sequence in the film where they go for the gold idol. Indy escapes the giant rolling boulder and then escapes the Orvitos. I thought that whole sequence was great. And Belloc is a great villain as well. And you could definitely see the rivalry between him and Indy. They're both similar in a lot of ways, but of course they both want it. They both want it. And they both will go up against each other and do anything it takes to retrieve it. So yes, very well done. And the whole ending with the Ark opening was great too. And then the truck chase before that was great as well. I mean, absolutely love Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Marion Ravenwood, hands down, the best female lead of the franchise. I love watching this movie often, and yeah. So yeah, number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Again, it was close. It was close. And finally, number 1, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This is my favorite. I mean, for the longest time I used to go back and forth, Raiders and Last Crusade, but for me, Last Crusade is my favorite. Favorite overall. And mainly because Sean Connery and Harrison Ford worked so well together in this one. Father and son. Absolutely love the action in this film. Sean Connery, as Indy's father, says some of the best lines in the film. And they brought Sala back. And they gave Marcus Brody more of a role in this film. So yeah, overall, love it. Dr. Elsa Schneider, love her getting to know Indy, to betray him. And I have to say, fine looking lady. So overall, I'd say she'd probably be my second favorite female of the franchise. And yeah, and I love the whole tank chase, the whole stuff in Venice, everything. That film was great. And then, of course, the quest for the Holy Grail was great. Well done. And yeah, so overall, this is my favorite film of the Indiana Jones franchise. I could go on and on with this film. I can go on and on actually with all the Indiana Jones films. One thing the Indiana Jones films have done very well with is the music score. John Williams, easily some of his best work. Along with the Star Wars franchise, I'd say Indiana Jones, hands down, is easily one of his best soundtrack scores. So, yeah. Love these films. Love the soundtrack scores. Love the attraction at Disneyland. Indiana Jones, to me, is number 1 as far as favorite franchises go. So until next time, I'll be back soon. Feel free to hit like and subscribe.